Hello and welcome to our brand new podcast. My name is Duke Joseph, founder, CEO, and president of the Fraternity Against Pretentious SUES. You know, this COVID-19 quarantine has given us all the time to reflect on what we want out of life and to put that energy towards our passion projects. You know, it made me realize that we really need someone to step up and take action against the biggest problem plaguing modern society. What is it? Identity politics and stupid SJW feminist bullshit infecting our superhero movies. Of course, I can't go out and buy any professional equipment to make this podcast. So today, my guest will be speaking with me in this conference call on my iPhone. Joining me today is another warrior against social justice, Charlie. Charlie, how the hell are you?
We're going to work together very thoroughly and very often in ending the growing matriarchy problem.
We're going to fight it right in the nips.
Yes, we are.
For our first episode, we are so excited to announce a very special celebrity guest speaker. You know, it's my great surprise. This amazing man volunteered. He emailed me directly asking to be on this podcast. I have no idea how he found out about this podcast. Kind of creeped me out, but ladies and gentlemen, or rather, gentlemen and enlightened ladies, it is my honor, my great honor and privilege to introduce to you the one and only Donnie Wahlberg. That's right, Donnie Wahlberg. You there, Donnie?
Right here, Duke. It's my pleasure to be here.
It's my pleasure, Donnie. Charlie and I, we want you to know, from the bottom of our hearts, Zookeeper starring Kevin James is a classic, timeless movie. Just an underrated gem of the past 20 years. We're such big fans of your music, so thank you for being here.
Thanks. I love that movie. Wait. Oh, I'm not that Donnie. People always get me mixed up with that new kid on the block, but I ain't him.
Wait. So you're not Donnie Wahlberg?
I am Donnie Wahlberg, just not that Donnie Wahlberg.
You told me in your email that if this went well, you'd get your brother Mark on the next episode.
Yeah, my brother Mark Melvin Wahlberg. He's a free sample guy at Trader Joe's in Turtle Bay.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm sure he's a swell guy, man.
By the way, if anyone needs any, I'm selling masks and hand sanitizer for a reasonable price. Hit me up if you're interested. I accept Bitcoin.
Anything else? Litecoin, Ripple, Ethereum, Dogecoin?
Ripple is a scam.
Anyway, moving on. Glad to have you on, Donnie. Not Donnie Wahlberg, whoever you are, but just glad you're here. In recent news, moving on to our main subject here, today, Marvel has announced their upcoming Phase 4 slate. As you all know, there's been many delays brought on by the coronavirus. All the release dates were shifted around. Now, get this. Black Widow going to be releasing in November 2020, 2 weeks before the superior spy film comes out, No Time to Die. Can you flippin' imagine how goddamn and utterly stupid Marvel must be to put their movie against a James Bond flick?
It's an awful financial situation, just financial suicide, Duke.
Got that right, Charlie. I mean, look, no one is even behind this movie. No one and the audiences care about Black Widow. Marvel doesn't even care about Black Widow. All they really care about is pushing their woke Hollywood agenda down the throats of our unsuspecting audiences. You know what? This is just a paycheck to Scarlett Johansson. I doubt she even cares. She's just a cog in the whole liberal SJW machine of Hollywood. You know, just compare that to someone like Daniel Craig. Because you know what? Daniel Craig, he literally threatened to kill himself if he ever had to play James Bond again. He said he'd slash his wrist. He really said that. And it was really creepy and disturbing. I was kind of concerned. And you know what? Against all odds, he came back. And you know why? Because he fucking truly loves his fans. That's dedication.
Yeah, and also with the James Bond, they got that Billie Eilish song. And, you know, just the icing on the cake right there. Like, she's such a little snack, that girl. I mean, the green hair, the red hair, the blue hair. She's all flavors.
Yeah, man. You can say that now. You know, she just turned 18.
Wait, she just turned 18?
This is really No Time to Die. And if anyone needs any face masks, hit me up. I'm selling them for only $120 a pop. It's a steal.
Disclaimer to our audiences, any sale made through this podcast, the Fraternity Against Pretentious SUES is going to receive commission. You know, we've worked out this deal beforehand. What do people call it? Financial transparency?
Yep. And, we assure you the money will be going towards an important cause. We will say this, though, when we did arrange this deal, we thought it was a different Donnie Wahlberg we'd be dealing with, but we're still doing it.
Yeah, because we're truly men of our word. We're honorable, truly noble men of this day and age. That's right, folks. Subscribe to our Patreon. Drop us some tips and coffee money and beer money, Viagra money on PayPal. Do anything you can to keep the ship afloat, because you know what? We plan to be a voice to the oppressed, straight, white male minority for years to come. This is truly our life's work at this point.
You two are doing the Lord's work, because he made the straight man in his image.
Right on, Donnie. Well, in other Phase 4 news, Captain Marvel 2 was officially announced for release in 2022.
That is pathetic.
I know, right? Can you imagine? Did anyone even see the first fucking Captain Marvel movie?
No, Duke. It flopped bad, all because the feminist agenda shoved it down everyone's throats. It was worse than Ghostbusters 2015.
Ghostbusters. Oh my God, you just gave me fucking...
China was right to ban it.
Sadly, I actually saw that piece of Captain Marvel trash. Marvel is such bullshit. How can they think that a movie with a blonde girl who shoots flames out of her hands doesn't fist other women? I need those lesbian fisting scenes. That's what people want to see in movies about women that use their fists. No! All we get in that fucking piece of shit film is her fighting random male aliens, and she dates them.
Man, I wish you would just me. Sorry, zoned out a little bit. Anyway, moving on.
Duke, what did you say?
What?
It sounded like you said, you wanted her to fist you.
No, what? No way. I am not in a male anal play. I said I wanted her to face me in a one-on-one debate.
Duke, we don't debate women. We just give them a good old slap in the rear, a kiss on the cheek, and let them go on their way.
Speaking of rears, I'm selling toilet paper for $200 a case. And like I said before, I only accept Bitcoin. You can message me here at realdonniewahlberg@gmail.com.
Anyway, moving on to more current news. DC's Birds of Prey. As we know, Birds of Prey was released early on home media format because they thought the coronavirus wasn't punishment enough in 2020. They wanted us to have double the amount of Birds of Prey in the amount of time it took the coronavirus spread across the entire fucking globe. They released it on home media format because they didn't get the message the first time that movie was an utter failure and feminist piece of crap. And guess what? It didn't even crack top 3 digital downloads on the charts after the release.
It came in 4th.
How pathetic, man. How pathetic can they be, Charlie?
No, it's very pathetic. The whole thing with Margot Robbie is, look, what makes a good Margot Robbie movie? You got to look at Wolf of Wall Street. She showed those titties. And guess what? She didn't show them here, and it has rated R. They could have done it. They didn't do it. The whole team, they were dressed very modestly that whole time. What was the whole point? And the other thing is this. They should have all been dressed like sluts. They should have all gotten around, and we should have had a strong male lead, Joaquin Phoenix, Jared Leto, whoever it is. It should have been the Joker, and that's just how they should have done it. And guess what? You would have gotten a lot of 13-year-old kids there, and they would have gotten a lot of hardwood walking out of that theater.
Yeah, it was pretty soft.
Oh, what?
I walked out pretty soft.
Say that one more time.
Yeah, I left the theater pretty flaccid.
Yeah, and I think everyone in the room, they just wanted a better female role. And guess what? The girls weren't even that hot. In fact, some of them weren't hot at all. I mean, I bet you we all date better looking women than them. Am I right?
Ewan McGregor was pretty cool.
Yeah, but he was gay and they were shoving it down our throats the whole time.
Wait, what? Dude, what are you talking about? He wasn't gay. You crazy?
No, he was totally gay, man.
What?
Like, did you look at him?
Yeah, I was looking at him the whole movie, but, they never once said that in the movie. Oozing masculinity. He had this, whole alpha male, domineering, stage presence. Every time he came on screen and just, kind of made me feel something on the inside. Just, something, I don't know.
No, he was, definitely gay. I mean, and also, Victor Zsasz was totally, the dude's bottom bitch. He was a gay pimp, and Victor Zsasz was, the leading hooker.
But, neither of those two characters were gay in the comics. I don't get it. Hollywood doesn't need to change that kind of shit all the time. It's just lazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's like when they made Freddie Mercury gay in that one movie. That shit pissed me off. Listen to Queen, he never sings about loving men.
Well, it's nice, Donnie, but Charlie, on the whole topic of gay black mask, I agree to disagree, man. Obi-Wan Kenobi, he would never agree to play a homo. He was like the one saving grace of that whole fucking movie.
You've never seen Velvet Goldmine, have you?
Doesn't ring a bell. I think I heard of it.
Him and Christian Bale, like, you know, him and Batman go on top of the rooftop, and I'll just put it like this, they weren't doing any crime fighting up there. They were doing, like, another type of fighting.
Look, he's not gay, case closed, okay? That's it.
But you know what pissed me off about that Bitches of Prey movie was what they did with Mary Susan Elizabeth Winstead. She's this Italian girl that's like raised by these mafia guys in a monastery, and she's using a fucking crossbow. Trust me, I know the true Italians. The only weapon they would give a woman is a spaghetti strainer, maybe a spatula.
Donnie, I agree that entire character is just so pointless and stupid and unbelievable because, look, just look at her whole character arc in this movie. It just confounds me. Picture this, little untalented girl. You know, she had a very promising life, maybe grew up to be a nice housewife. She watches her family get murdered, okay? Like her entire family just gets murdered. Like they get shot by gangsters, okay? So she flees to another country because she's a Mary Sue and she survives miraculously, her entire fucking family getting gunned down. They decided to spare her for some weird reason. So she goes to another country with this guy. He trains her nonstop for 20 years in the styles of martial arts and various like weaponry, and like she just becomes like so fucking good at it. She becomes so good at it that she decides to come back. She decides to come back to Gotham City as some sort of fucking Mary Sue vigilante. She fights criminals. That is just so fucking stupid, even for a fucking DC movie.
It's like Wonder Woman. That movie had a lot of potential, but they just decided genetics, man. Like, Wonder Woman made no sense. It was like, oh, hey, you know, she's going to have all these magic powers. Guess what? If it was a movie about, you know, a bunch of guys who are, like, running around wearing some tight Amazonian-type outfits, and they tie each other up with ropes, like, who doesn't want to see, like, men tie other men up with ropes, tie them up tight, you know, maybe pat them around a little bit, and then get the truth out of them? That's a realistic story. But Wonder Woman, it was just fantasy. I mean, Harry Potter made more.
That's exactly what I'd want to see. That shit sounds dope.
Exactly. And you know what? Worst part of this, Birds of Prey. They're not even the worst things the comic industry has done this year. There's way worse, guys. There's way worse stuff out there, and it's hard to even talk about.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that there's worse liberal propaganda out there over Dr. Anthony Fauci? Is that possible?
Yeah, guys. Like, okay, here's the thing. There's this new comic called New Warriors. I've never heard about it, even though I've been a comic fan for years. And it's done by this guy named Denny Kibbles and Bits, who, I'm just going to say this, if there was a definition, if you Google soy boy, this is the dude who shows up.
Oh God, Charlie, I think I fucking heard of this. Oh my God. It's like the whole thing with the two non-binary black guys named Snowflake and Safe Space.
Yeah, I mean, Snowflake literally shoots out snowflakes. I don't know what Safe Space does, but I don't know if he shoots out safe spaces.
Or does he cry?
Well, of course.
Fucking damn it, man. Like, I don't get it. As a comic fan, this kind of shit boils me to my core. Look, I've never read New Warriors before. I've never heard of it. I never planned on reading it. But I had to look them up on Wikipedia. And from what I read on Wikipedia, DC really fucked that team over.
They're actually Marvel.
Well, that still makes me mad as a massive comics fan because, like, I know these characters and I just know, like, the kinds of values that Marvel once represented. And you know what? They don't care anymore. They just care about the money. How could they betray their characters like this? They just want to confuse and brainwash promising straight young men into just being gay drones. It's just mind-boggling. I don't know how they're getting away with this shit on a daily basis.
And I'm just going to say this. I'm just glad it exists because it shows Marvel what they've been doing. And I think that Marvel's actually been, like, taking steps to do genderization. Like, notice it like this. The Hulk, throughout the years, his pecs have become a lot more like breasts, and now we have She-Hulk. Thor's hair got longer and longer, and now we got She-Thor. I mean, we're going to get She-Ant-Man. We're going to get She-Iron Man. We're going to get she Black Widow. We're going to get she, like, Nick Fury. We're going to get she everything with the Marvel. So this at least lets people know what this company's about.
We live in a really scary, scary time, man. Like, you know, there's a deadly virus that, you know, so many people out there, and, like, everyone's job prospects are going away. But I can't even turn to comics anymore for comfort. Now they just really terrify me even more about the future than anything else could. Oh, God. Oh, you know, to add insult to injury, you know what? I was looking into New Warriors. There's another character on the team. His name is B Negative. He's like a Smashing Pumpkins wannabe. Like, he literally looks like Billy Corgan. And he fucking, like, quotes full of butterfly wings, and he's just like, yeah, I'm an edgy vampire. I'm so liberal. And, like, look, some of you might not know this, but Billy Corgan, lead singer and guitarist of the Smashing Pumpkins, that beautiful, bald-headed man, he's a devoted member of our Made America Great Again community. And you know what? It's just an insult. They put his beautiful face on the team and drag him down alongside these SJW abominations.
I don't know who this Billy Corgi fella is, and I don't care about fag-off vampires, but B Negative, that's a really stupid name. But what you shouldn't be is positive for the Rona. So wash your hands with some nice hand sanitizer, only $50 per bottle. But for $300, you can get it signed by yours truly, Donnie Wahlberg. And for only an extra $200, a whole case of toilet paper, also signed by Donnie Wahlberg. At an extra $100, Mark signs it too. Except Bitcoin.
You know, Donnie, who needs toilet paper when you can just go and support your local comic shop on April 15th and purchase New Warriors issue 1?
I don't think that's very comfortable on your ass.
Comic distribution's dead, man. Yeah, I mean, and also look, dude, you know, it's all getting shut down. We're never gonna have comic book shops again, okay?
Really? Wait, seriously?
Yeah, never again.
All going to be gone.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's awful. I had no idea. You know, I've never been to a comic shop before. I guess I missed that boat.
Thank God our God Emperor Trump is doing the Lord's work and stopping the Rona. But on the other hand, you know, comics aren't the only place that this Mary Susan virus is infecting. I mean, look at Star Wars. That's reeking with that stuff now.
You know, guys, this is not a Star Wars podcast. This is a comic book. Let me do that. Stay on the topic at hand. This is a Marvel and DC podcast. All right,
dude. Don't like. There's Star Wars comics. We can make fun of them. And guess what? Star Wars has always been like the Mary Sue brand. Let's face it. Like, you know, Princess Leia was a Mary Sue. You know, Padme, Natalie Portman was a Mary Sue. And Ray's the queen of Mary Sue's. Ray's like
don't you fucking say anything about my Queen Ray, okay?
Wait, what? Like Queen Ray?
Are you fucking kidding me? Ray is the biggest Mary Susan you can think of. I mean, we could have got this awesome movie with our boy Luke coming back, beating the shit out of the Empire, but no. That prick Ryan Johnson decided to focus on that Mary Susan piece of shit Ray.
Look, guys. I'm stopping you right here. Ray, Daisy Ridley. Daisy Ridley's an amazing woman, okay? She's really cool and funny and, like, really intense and, like, you know, like, she did really well with what she had. And look, the whole story of Ray, it's believable. You know, it's like this girl, like, that kind of, like, was risen in this, like, just awful hellhole environment. You know, she rose up above all odds. She found out she was something greater than herself. She got dragged into this whole narrative.
She doesn't do any training. She doesn't do any, like, you know, that stuff. And she's able to shoot big bolts of lightning and blow up ships. I remember when Luke and Yoda were struggling to get, like, a one little small shoot out. But, hey, you know, episode 9, she's able to just lift it willy-nilly. And, hey, no training. She didn't even know she had the Force in her. And she's able to beat up that good angsty teen Kylo Ren, who for some reason was, like, 35 years old. But I'm sorry, those movies are complete junk. Like, all 9 of them suck.
They are junk. I mean, come on. If we're going to have a girl telekinetically lifting things, she got to have tits. You can't use telekinesis if you don't have any tits. And plus, you can't be safe from the run if you don't buy my items.
Star Wars Episode 1, like, you know, that Phantom Menace, they had, like, a very funny and cool character with Jar Jar Binks. Like, everybody loved him at first. And then the SJW had to get in and say he was some sort of Rastafarian stereotype, and now we'll never see him again. But guess what? Ray got a whole trilogy. Ray just keeps getting promoted. And I bet you Ray gets more movies, and she's just going to keep on doing her Mary Sue, poor acting job crap.
Charlie, for once in your whole goddamn miserable life, shut the fuck up and stop fucking shitting on my girl, Daisy Ridley, or else we're going to have a problem, okay? I'm not talking about this anymore. I love Daisy Ridley, okay? And I will defend her to the death. Look, okay, everybody has, like, you know, their sweet spots. Just stop talking about her, okay? Because, like, you know, I kind of, like, have some problems, like, keeping control, like, you know, slightest little dig at, like, my interests. And, you know, I kind of lose it, okay? So please, let's change the topic of conversation right now before I fucking take all of Donnie's hand sanitizers and fucking shove them up your ass, okay?
It's my toilet paper that goes up there. Well, anyway, how about this? Let's just talk about how awesome the prequels are. I mean, Anakin's acting in Episode 2 when he admitted to killing all those small children. That performance made me cry so much. It was so beautiful. Mwah.
We also had, you know, Jake Lloyd playing Anakin, and I think that kid's going to do great things right now.
Plus, Episode 3 gave us General Grievous, the coolest villain you can ever think of. I mean, Grievous. When you hear that name, you know you got the scary, mean, powerful male.
Yeah, no, and instead the sequel trilogy, they just gave us Rey dancing around with her buddy Finn. Like Poe Dameron might be gay, we don't know. And then worst of all, they gave us that annoying Asian girl who just really sucked.
I'm pretty sure Rose Tico is who gave us Corona.
Okay, all right, you know what? Okay, yeah, I am not doing this shit anymore. I cannot do this shit anymore. Look, you ever guys just sit down and think to yourselves, wow, maybe I'm just a fucking fat neckbeard, and I need to get laid, because you know what? That's all you are. And you know what? I fucking made this podcast because I could make money off of people like you, and fucking make lots of money off of people like you. Because they don't spend their fucking money on fucking girlfriends or anything like that. They'll just give their fucking money to some douchebag in the room who's gonna fucking spew anything they want to fucking hear to make their miserable little lives have some sort of little value to it. You know what? You guys have fun with this fucking podcast. I already got like 30 donations of Bitcoin. I am fucking retiring. Goodbye.
Duke? Wait, Donnie, did Duke really leave?
My Donnie Wahlberg miracle cure for the corona. It's amazing. You won't believe it exists. It is my own special bottle of miracle water. I may or may have not have put some semen in it.
All right, I like that. You know, I'm just looking at it. I can't believe Duke left. I can't believe Duke, you know, was a phony. Probably I should have learned his last name before partnering up with him on this podcast. If you want to see more of my friends, the real Donnie Wahlberg, because I don't know the other Donnie Wahlberg. I know this guy. This is the true guy, the true Donnie Wahlberg. You can join on and subscribe to our Patreon right now, $20 a month, because I work very hard for that money doing this. Thank you, and I appreciate it. But Donnie, I really thank you, and Duke was a traitor. And everybody, join us next time when we're going to bring in the real Jared Leto to talk about how his new movie, Morbius, is going to be the most masculine, best comic book movie of the decade, way better than that PC Dark Knight film.
Best Joker ever, Jared Leto.